There's a huge area of Southern Oregon shrouded in mystery. It is desolate. Nobody lives there. The government won't allow it. And the people want answers. And maybe you're one of those who do. So I dove into it to find out what's going on, and I am exposing the truth in this video about why nobody lives in this huge area of Southern Oregon. The story begins way back in the mid-1800s when folks started migrating into Southern Oregon looking for gold. See, Northern California was the hot spot, and Southern Oregon was just the next frontier that people wanted to explore and exploit, if we're being honest. So they settled in areas like Jacksonville, Oregon, and Ashland, Oregon in the 1850s, and then later created Grants Pass and Medford before the turn of the century. And that's where the population centers remain today. Taking a quick look at this population density map, and you can see those areas very clearly where the population centers are, and you can also see the largely uninhabited area that you're not allowed to live, and that's this section right here. But why is the government not letting you live here? Are they protecting you from Bigfoot? Is there some sort of big scary mountain beast that lives out there? Is this where they're hiding all their top secret technology and UFOs and all that kind of stuff? As crazy as that may sound, this area actually is kind of famous for a few things. The first one is wildfires, and you can see this giant burn scar on the map of the Biscuit Fire from 2002, which burned over 500,000 acres. And this area is prone to wildfires that really get going because of the extremely rugged terrain and lack of access. So the fires get really going, and they tend to stay going for quite a while. But that's not why the government won't let you live here. This area is also where famous author Zane Grey had a very remote writing cabin where he penned some of his best works. But that's not why they won't let you live here either. And this area has been featured in a variety of movies, my favorite being The River Wild, which featured Kevin Bacon, Meryl Streep, and John C. Reilly before he was funny. But it does a good job of just showing how rugged this country is. And still, that is not why this area is outlawed when it comes to buying property and living here. So, it's famous, but not for any sort of government conspiracy or mythical beast that I know of. But the reason the government won't let you live here is for protection. But not to protect you or some mythical creature. They're actually protecting the land. That's right. This vast, desolate area is home to several federally protected areas such as the Siskiyou National Forest, the Kalmiopsis Wilderness, the Wild Rogue Wilderness, and thousands of acres of public land. The area is also home to a couple different mountain ranges, the Oregon Coastal Range and the Siskiyou Mountains, which is a subrange of the Klamath Mountains. The Siskiyou Mountain Range extends from northwest California into southwest Oregon for around 100 miles and includes several really impressive peaks over 7,000 feet in elevation. The mountain range is really well known for its biodiversity and extensive forests that are full of wildlife, including a couple endangered species. With all the rain that these mountain ranges get, there's a lot of water moving through the area, and that's created several rivers. The area is home to the Windchuck River, the Chetco River, the Pistol River, the Illinois River, the Rogue River, the Elk River, and the Sixes River. So if you like fishing, you have got plenty of options, and that doesn't even include the absolutely countless number of creeks in the area. One of the famous landmarks in this forbidden territory is Hellgate Canyon on the Rogue River. You can raft through the canyon, you can take a jet boat through the canyon like the Hellgate jet boat excursions, you can hike through it on the Rogue River Trail, or you can just look at pictures of it online, but that's not that much fun really, is it? If you do decide to visit the area, no matter if you're boating or hiking, just make sure that you are prepared for how rugged and for how dangerous it can be. There have been, unfortunately, many people who underestimated the power of these rivers and canyons who didn't make it back out. One such story made national headlines back in November of 2006 when the Kim family left Seattle, Washington, and heading back down to the Bay Area. They decided that they were going to spend a day on the beautiful Oregon coast at a lodge just outside of Gold Beach. And so they missed their turnoff on their map, and their map rerouted them over what's called Bear Camp Road, which is a very remote road that goes right along the edge of the Wild Rogue Wilderness section. So Mr. Kim, along with his wife and 2 children, unfortunately got caught in a snowstorm off of a pretty remote logging road up there miles away from civilization. And After a few days of being stranded and no sign of anybody, turning up to help them, Mr. Kim decided that he was going to leave the family there at the vehicle and leave in search for help. And unfortunately, he never made it back. It's a very, very sad story, but one that's important as a reminder of how real the dangers in this area can be. And that is one of those reasons of why this area is uninhabited. It's very rugged, it's very dangerous, it's remote. And since it's protected public land, you can't build your house on it, and you can't live there unless you're one of the few homesteaders who managed to settle the area before it was protected. But this land will never be developed. It's wildlife habitat, it's nature. It's for you and me to go out there and enjoy, and there is a lot to enjoy in this desolate swath of land. So here's a few ideas for you. Try out swimming on the Illinois River. There's some of the best swimming holes on the entire West Coast on the Illinois River, and you can check out places like the Swinging Bridge or the 6 Mile Deus area. They're really, really spectacular swimming holes. Check out rafting on the Rogue River from Hog Creek to Grave Creek, and you can reach out to one of those companies who can help you with rentals and those sorts of things for a nice day trip between that section. Or fishing on the Rogue River or the Chetco or any of the other rivers, really, for salmon or steelhead. There's a lot of really great guides who can help you hook into a spring salmon or a nice big winter steelhead. Or hike the Rogue River Trail through the Wild Rogue Wilderness section. There's about a 40-mile stretch there where you can backpack through, and it's complete wilderness, and it is gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. I've done part of it, and it's really a special hike. So while you might not be able to build your dream home on this desolate land, you can most certainly have more fun than you ever dreamed of. If you like this video, you're going to absolutely love the one that I'm releasing next week that's about an even more desolate and misunderstood part of Oregon. So click on the subscribe button down there in the corner so that you don't miss out on that one. But we're not done yet. This area we just talked about is one that you need to get out there and enjoy. So if you're looking for other ideas on how to enjoy the great outdoors of Southern Oregon, check out this video that I made about one of my favorite hikes in the area that has views that you will not even believe. Or reach out to me if you need some suggestions on other things to do in Southern Oregon. Again, I'm Brian Simmons with eXp Realty, and I'd love to hear from you. I thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.